10 seconds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 3. We are here in game number 2, Shadows of the Past versus Navi US. Best of 3 series, and Shadows of the Past looking amazing in that first game, playing some of the best Dota I've seen in a while, especially out of their squad. It's a pleasure to be joining you. Of course, I'm joined by none other than What Is Hip. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good. Ready for game number 2. Navi US, they seem a little salty. I think they might have used just a little bit too much on their dinner. And, well, game number 2 here, we'll see if they can pull it together against Shadows of the Past. I mean, very unconventional draft from Trouf, and we'll see if it's something like that again. Definitely worked out, so can't complain. Yeah,
Trouf is known for his uncharacteristic drafts coming through. In that game number 1, well, he was in a good position, and he drafted quite the team, which, well, Navi US weren't really that happy with, and they kind of had a bit of a rough time in that game number 1. Again, also joining us tonight is LDJ. You can follow him at LDJ Stats on Twitter. He'll be providing all this statistical analysis here for game number 2 and potentially game number 3, which, knowing Navi US, they're going to put up a good fight here in this second game. I mean, this is a pretty good lineup. Again, we haven't seen Nestle too much, or Toronto as he's called, for Navi US, but, you know, Way2's looked solid, although that last game a bit of a, not what you're looking for from Way2, obviously. And maybe, I think, a kind of a weird pickup for Korok on that puck as well, which was kind of interesting, so.
Yeah, definitely not the normal play style for him. He did play it decently well, but a lot of roaming in the early game cost him a lot of momentum when he didn't get those kills. So we'll find out Navi US what they decide to do here for game number 2. Pretty standard bans thus far. LC, Brewmaster. LC keeps getting banned out here in the first round, despite, I think, not winning. I don't think she's won a game, but I mean, I guess that could change.
I can't check your math on that because, honestly, I just don't know. But she seems like a very solid hero. Just teams aren't using her to the full potential that she could be used. And, I mean, that Q button's still very strong. Obviously, overwhelming odds. But more so than anything, it's just, you know, free damage if you get a really nice duel off. And I think that's also just kind of crazy as well. But
yeah, LC is 0-3 right now, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Trouf doesn't want to play against her. And I guess Trouf would know better than anybody, especially if he's playing a lot of NEL or IXL at this point. But I don't know. It's just a situation where I'm not sure if it really is deserving of that first ban. I agree with the Brewmaster for sure, because that hero didn't even get touched, which is surprising to me. But Brewmaster first, that's fine. Navi US picked the Skywrath Mage, and Fog is so convincing last night with that hero. And in that previous game, he missed a lot of his Mystic Flares, especially earlier on in the game when they could have gotten a lot of kills off of those. So
yeah, definitely a lukewarm performance all around from Navi US. And Fog not showing his best in that game, that's for sure.
You know what's rather interesting, too? You know the highest win rate is in this patch right now? Take a guess.
Like pubs or?
Well, everything. Just everything.
Spectre, right?
No. It is the Omni Knight, in fact.
Navi US's
Spectre's second,
to pick.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
boy.
she's like second or third or something like that. Well, I'm going to see a pick up here. I mean, this is a good, solid hero. Spectre has just been all over the damn place in the current meta. Although it's been, you know, what, a day? So it's ridiculous how often Spectre's probably going to get picked from here on out. Very tough to kill her. You have that global presence and obviously just the potential to get back in the game if you're down. I mean, Haunt and the damage that she does later on in the game, even without some items, is pretty damn good. So you've got to be fearing.
Spectre is definitely one of the strongest carries in the game.
Yes.
Like, without a doubt. And, you know, with like an early Radiance or something, you can get that at a reasonable time. She's a good fighter as well. Not a good fighter, but she can fight if you pick your spots, just because Desolate does so much damage. I really like Spectre quite a bit, and a good attack animation is pretty bad in lane. Needs some protection, but beyond that, I think really solid hero. Rubik and Lina are the choice here for Shadows of the Past, so it looks like their game plan's pretty clear again. I think they're just going to look to pressure early, get a lot of kills. I suspect this will be the Null Talisman, Blade Mail, Nature's Prophet, and they're just going to kill people.
Trouf's out of the game with this Lina pickup. Not a hero we see too often, but here in this game, it makes sense. Obviously, the increased stun duration coming out from Light Strike Array, and I believe it has an increased range as well. Not a radius, but an increased range. I might be wrong about that. this is a, I think this is a solid hero. I think Lena's got plenty of nuke damage here, especially against some of these tankier heroes. Spectre will fall pretty quickly to a Light Strike Array, a Dragon Slave, and a Laguna Blade. That's a lot of damage to deal with. And now the US are in this position where it's just kind of like, we've got to come out on top of this one. I mean, we're down 1-0 to a team that right now has, you know, nobody's betting on them. Nobody believes in them. Nobody knew that they could, you know, put this kind of lineup together and take this kind of game. But they're already one game ahead. And this is a single elimination tournament, so if Navi US lose this game, they're done. That's going to be it. They're going to go down. And the first team to move on to the grand finals, I believe, would be Shadows of the Past, which would surprise everybody, honestly. So,
yeah, and, you know, I did take a look, and last time Shadows of the Past beat Thundercats, similar odds. I think it was like 25 to 75 or something. And, well, they're in a position to do it again, so... Nayrock tweeted, hide your rares. They're ready for this one. I mean, Lena, we mentioned this earlier, most likely, I mean, a good roaming support duo with Rubik, but some teams are experimenting with Lena in the carry role, so we'll see if Shadows of the Past maybe are in that camp. Fear thinks it's really broken. EG have played it a couple times. We'll find out. I mean, Fiery Soul... Turns out you right-click real fast.
It's like the most ridiculous amount of attack speed in the game, I think. And Fear has been putting it to good use, I think, and EG in general. So that's actually just absurd that they're going to grab Lena here. And I think maybe Truff was one of the people that organized the picking of Lena. I'm not sure. I think that tweet when he said, "Oh, yay,
Lena revolution."
Yeah, the Lena the Lena picking coming out from both EG and obviously himself here. So.
And some information from the last game, just to put the whole game into perspective. Queen of Pain did 16,000, almost 17,000 damage in the last game to heroes, and that's 10,000 more than Ember, who only did about 6,500. So Infinity went to work on the last game, and that's what Queen of Pain is good at. And with a good success, they were able to take that one. But Navi US pick up the Vengeful Spirit, one of the most popular heroes thus far in 6.82. For good reason. I think that the change to Wave of Terror is very beneficial for Vengeful Spirit, and Clinks as well for Shadows of the Past. And, well, that text might as well say can build a Desolator, because Clinks is going to be hammering away now as he can purchase Orb Effects.
Yeah, this is the crazy thing.
Attack modifiers.
Like Searing Arrows plus like a Scotty is just like, I don't know what kind of arrow I'm shooting, but it's both fire and ice at this point, and it's just kind of ridiculous. So
what does it look like when you shoot?
I couldn't tell you. I'm excited because this might be the game where we see it, but I don't think Scotty's a bad decision for a Clinks this game. I don't know if you really need that extra survivability, the attack speed though is really nice, I think, even against a Spectre. I don't know if you really build any, effects. I guess you have that luxury now.
I mean, I think Desolator is actually a good option.
Well, wait. Hold that thought. What about Maelstrom Mjolnir? How about that?
That seems like a more carry style build.
Yeah, well,
I think Shadows of the Past are going to be looking to get items to kill the Spectre, kill the Centaur as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Deso will definitely help.
Armor reduction certainly could be nice. And speaking of armor reduction, Vengeful Spirit has a ton of it. You get a medallion, and Wave of Terror is actually just absurd how much right click you do. It's like you're revenge support, and you're just running around right clicking people down. And you're like, this shouldn't be happening. So it's a hero I actually just played in the patch, before this game started, and I'm very excited to say is a good hero. So also the increased range of swap is very nice. It's like 50, I think, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but it was so short before that. A small buff goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But last round of bans, Terrorblade, he gets the boot as well as the Lightning.
The Korok DK.
Korok DK. If there's anything that can bring them through this, I think it might be the Korok DK.
It's like the Korok XYRG hero.
This is his hero.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got a lot of these heroes.
I mean, okay, yeah. Recently, this is his hero.
Okay.
He was DK for a while, and it was tagged up as DK, and
Sir Davion, I believe.
Sir Davion, yeah.
Yeah, that he really identifies with the Trichonite for whatever reason. You could say a lot of heroes are Korok heroes. You talk about an Ursa, and you think you just go straight to Korok, and he can man up like crazy. But Night Stalker now coming out for Shadows of the Past as well. He was buffed a little bit on top of it. I think his Darkness was buffed, and his attack speed during nighttime and Hunter of the Night has also been buffed. I'm excited for this hero, but I'm a little bit skeptical as well. But again, we said the same thing about the draft from the first time for 12, so that's the thing.
We did say that the first time. I was definitely not a believer, and they're doing some swapping around here. But Night Stalker, we'll see where we see him. I mean, this is Hailua, traditionally the carry player. So
safe lane player, yeah.
Safe lane, Night Stalker. We'll have to find out. Infinity on the Clinks. That's actually a pretty good matchup against Dragon Knight.
The thing is, though, if he gets breathe fired on, he's just like he's extraordinarily squishy early on in the game before he gets
I
death
expect
packed.
probably if they roam on Dragon Knight though, that could be pretty ugly.
Yeah, that's true.
Searing Arrows is really good against Dragon Knight.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 seconds
I mean, that's one way of dealing with the insane amount of armor that you have as a DK is just throwing up those Searing Arrows for Clinks and hoping for the best. As they will probably play him in the mid lane, although they might swap around the roles. I mean, we'll see. Maybe Clinks go in the safe lane. I don't expect to see a Night Stalker mid, but it certainly could happen. We're waiting to see how everything goes. Infinity picks up a Wraithband and a Tango. And actually he's going to grab a Sentry Ward now. I'm not really sure. They're going to send him safe lane, it looks like, here. I think they will. For now, at least. We'll see if Hylua joins him. And Hylua actually has the bottle build going with the 2 pool Tangos and 3 GG branches. So it looks like he will be going mid on the Night Stalker, which is a bit more of an even matchup. Not that Clinks versus the DK was, not super bad, but...
Yeah, I think this is a matchup where without rotations, no one should really die. Both heroes have a good amount of HP, especially once they get up in the levels. Dragon Knight's a little bit lower, but obviously the Dragon's Blood helps him out, and Night Stalker should be just fine as well, barring any rotations. But I suspect we will see more than a few, especially with this new lane setup. And top lane, it's kind of an interesting matchup. But some quick introductions here. For Navi US, it's going to be Nestle. He's on the Centaur Warrunner in the mid lane. We've got Korok, Sir Davion on the Dragon Knight. All the way down bottom, Snaking, he's going to be on the Spectre. We've got Pink Panda, or Way Too Sexy, on the Vengeful Spirit, and Fogged once again on that beautiful Skywrath Mage.
And looks like maybe in a bit of an aggressive tri lane coming out for Shadows of the Past here. They'll have Tralf, Johnny Walker playing the Lina in this situation. MJW on the Nature's Prophet yet again in the off lane. We'll have Narok.Hot Rubik. What a beautiful tag that is. In the mid lane, it's Hylua on the Night Stalker. And top lane, solo safe lane Infinity. And I really think this is a really good laning situation for Shadows of the Past. You're going up against Snaking, who isn't the best tri-laner. He's pretty tanky.
Spectre's not very good in tri-laners.
But in terms of pumping out damage, it's just not there.
When it comes down to it.
I'm going to dagger you. Ah, gotcha. Oh, wait.
And even Desolate's not very good. You know, if you have someone around, then it doesn't work. And,
that's an advantage. That's actually a huge rune picked up, because Narok and Tralf have smoked up here. And Tralf does have a Sentry Ward. MJW is going to be in this bottom lane. They're waiting for...
They're just going to go on Snaking.
Yeah, Snaking's actually just gone out. Telekinesis is going to go. Light Strike Array as well. Do they have the damage? He can try to Spectral away, and he will try to get out, but taking a lot of the right-click damage. MJW looking to clean him up, and will. First Blood goes to Way Too, though, on Narok. Getting caught out, but they're trying to go for Fogged. Fog taking some damage. He's also dishing it out. It's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. Double kill for MJW. Double kill for Way Too, but he can't stand up against MJW. He does get the magic missile off. MJW, get out of there. He's trying to TP. Triple kill for Way Too Sexy. What the hell is going on? He's got 1,000 gold in the bank at 1 minute in.
Into the game, 1,000 gold. And he's going for the kill on
Get him, MJW. Get him. He got him. He did it. He gets the killing spree. How much gold did he get for that TP in that kill?
Oh my god.
He got 400 gold for that at 1 minute in. 400 gold for a TP.
Jesus.
Thanks, Ice Frost, says Narok. What a ridiculous game.
Boots for the Prophet, and unfortunately, Way Too did not spend all of his money before he died, but
how much did he lose there?
What a crazy game so far.
Well, Way Too has boots now. Did he have boots first? There's no way. He had sentries, so what a crazy way to start.
He's got a full wand now as well.
That's actually huge. Hylua now is doing pretty well in this mid lane. It is tied 8 for 8. Korok's taking the void damage, though, from Hylua. That's something you'll have to be careful of. In the top lane, Clinks is getting the better end of the Centaur. No surprise there. However, Centaur's not doing too poorly. And Infinity can just stand and deliver on Nestle with his Searing Arrows. And if Nestle even gets close, especially with level 2 Searing Arrows, he's in a position where he's going to take a lot of damage. And you've got to be very careful. Still, he's level 3. He hasn't skilled up any of his other abilities here. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure, but
probably doesn't really know what he needs at this point.
Yeah,
so
not return, or we'll see.
I mean, if he thinks he can get a kill, he can get double edge. If he just wants to try to live in the lane, maybe you get return.
Yeah.
But mid lane sparring back and forth, and Korok can maybe take a little extra damage here. There's a haste rune for the Night Stalker, potentially a dangerous one for him. So rotations are coming in the mid lane as well, though. Narok's here, and I believe this is MJW. Yep, coming out.
They're going to leave Johnny Walker Truff alone in this bottom lane. They do concussive shot him, but he's already pretty far back at the tower, and he gets boots as well early on in this game. TP up coming in. MJW wants to actually dive. He's got the Trance coming through. They really want this kill on Nestle. Is there a Sprout available? No, not even enough mana. They will back up. TP rotation, fogged. Concussive shot. It didn't work, did it? I'm not sure if he actually got it off. Looks like he didn't. There's going to be the concussive shot. The arcane bolts as well. Fog getting right-clicked down. The searing arrow will be enough. Yes, absolutely. With the right-click of MJW, they get yet another kill. And that will provide them a bit more gold going the way, especially in this top lane. That's huge. Trough is just sitting the off lane trying to leech experience, but he's okay for the most part.
He's fine. I mean, he has Dragon Slave, which actually now has an extremely long range, and he can use that to maybe try to get some last hits or just hang out in this lane. So that's fine. If he gets any XP, he's happy. But top lane, things went well. That was the phase boots coming to work there. I don't think they would have got the kill otherwise. So.
Yes, I agree with you. That last right click, especially coming out from MJW, is with the phase, through the phase damage and just the fact that he could phase and get closer as well. So, I mean, that's a huge pickup. MJW and obviously in that top lane, Infinity getting involved. 4-minute rune going to come out. Pink Panda, he really wants this. Light Strike right? No, Magic Missile first. They really want to secure this. It's a bounty rune for the Vengeful Spirit. Top lane gets secured. That's a double damage now bottled up, and it is nighttime. He already pops the haste as well. So you've got to be very careful. He'll push out this wave in the mid lane and then maybe look for a gank here or try to set something up mid as Trough has rotated through. Again, Snakey is just trying to get free farm in this bottom lane, but he's still behind in CS.
Centaur is just dead.
Yeah, Centaur gets caught out again. Infinity just chunks away at him.
Early phase boots are just, he's going the triple null with the early phase boots. He's going to have an outrageous amount of damage.
Korok is in trouble. Telekinesis. There's going to be a Light Strike Array as well. Korok getting caught out. Fade Bolt. The damage is there. Hylua getting low. Magic Missile coming in. Fog, though. Look at the damage he's taking. Gets obliterated by the Void and the right click of the Night Stalker. 2 dead. And Shadows of the Past again. They take another fight. The great rotation's coming to the mid lane. And they're going to pressure top as well with the Searing Arrows. With MJW, he could maybe make some trance here in about 10 seconds. TP coming in. He's actually leading the creeps away. With 1 Treant, well played, Fogged. Not getting dove, and it looks like they will take this tower. The deny is so close for Fogged. Now the Sprout, MJW, Ancient Seal. He's getting chased down. They're looking for the stomp. They might get it. He is phasing away. He's rather speedy. Nestle can't even get there, and here comes the Night Stalker. Meanwhile, on the backside here, you have a Telekinesis on Korok. Infinity's looking to chase in as well. This could be an awful fight coming out from Navi US. Pink Panda getting caught out of position, voided up. There's the Sprout. Stomp misses on everybody. Nestle will eat his way through a concussive shot. They can't decide who to go on. Now they choose way to. He falls immediately. Korok getting brought low as well. Breathe Fire taking down Nayrok. He's about to fall, and it looks like he will. The last right click coming out from Fog, but he goes down as well. Double kill coming out from Hylua. He's got Void. Yeah, Korok's dead as hell. He does get the Dragon Tail off, but Searing Arrow is just too dominant in Infinity and Hylua. This early game rotation, 10 kills already for Shadows of the Past. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that was another huge fight. That's almost 2 fights in a row that they've gotten almost 1,000 gold just off the fights and differential. So already the gold graph is horrific. 4,000 in favor of Shadows of the Past. But I think if there's a time for the gold graph to get this bad in this new patch, it's definitely as early as possible because one big fight can swing it back before there's too much map control going the other way. And Snake King has gone for phase boots as well as the Orb of Venom, so just
do some damage.
A build to try to win this one.
Yeah, I mean they're making the decision to try to win this one with obviously his build and just securing him farm and just getting Haunt obviously, because if you maybe try to secure the late game like they did in the previous game, it's not going to work out. But he is getting ganked again. He's got Haunt, but I don't know what's going to happen here. He's going to Haunt right now. Can he get out? He realities toward the mid lane. He does get Telekinesis, and Nayrok does bring him down actually. The gold got split to the creeps, I believe, in the tower, but.
Yep, still a nice little bonus there for them to pick that one up, and a big wraparound though coming in. I mean, really, is this wraparound even worth it when all you're doing is killing Nayrok?
No, probably not.
Plenty of room for TPs. They're way under the tower. It looks like Nayrok getting left out to dry though. Yeah. He is going to go down.
He's like, team, please, TPs. No, they're taking bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they're getting things done bottom though. And, top Infinity is just still farming away. Has gone for that Soul Ring. The Eternal Envy style build here.
He actually has Midas coming out as well. He has Midas, I should say, at 7 minutes in. So, if the decision is to go late, I mean, Infinity can certainly carry this one. And they take the tier 1 in that bottom lane. They'll TP mid as well. Korok has popped the Elder Dragon for, but they've got to back away. I don't know if they can really take a fight. On the backside, MJW goes to the opponent's jungle to farm. He has 2 nulls already. And he's
got another circlet. 3 nulls.
He's going to have 3, actually, which is just... It's a lot of null talismans.
Man, he's just going to have so much damage. he's gonna have like 110 or something, and then if he gets the blade mail, it's gonna be like 130.
It's almost impossible to stop him from killing you at this point.
Yeah, and he can just TP in and murder you. So.
This is without Nature's Wrath to mention as well, his ultimate. So
that's what do you do if you're like, you're fogged, for example? What do? You
hope that your positioning is decent enough where you're not going to die. And they actually might find MJW out of position.
Oh boy, this is awkward.
Wait, he's just going to walk right into the jungle. They see him there clearly.
What?
Sprout, that is interesting. MJW breathe fire. He is going to fall. He did buy his full null before dying, so I don't think he lost any gold there, but not as much anyway. And that actually gives Korok his treads too.
Yeah, treads done for Korok, so he's recovering a bit here. And looking at the net worths, pretty clear dominance here by Infinity, and with this Midas only going to get more so. He grabs the bounty rune for himself.
Oh god, Korok, you are way too far out. Telk, he needs his Light Striker right. Laguna Blade, they blow him up. MJW TP's in. Fog gets right click down. Infinity on a killing spree, and they're going to 5-man push down this tower. That is a Midas on a Night Stalker. Not even needed, but he gets one anyway, so
Radiant's middle tower
ridiculous.
Is under attack.
I don't like that item decision much, but who knows what he's going to build on him, to be honest. We haven't seen like a traditional Midnight Stalker in forever, so.
Is Navi US going to get 2-0?
I guess when you're this far ahead, it's actually okay.
Is Navi US going to get 2-0? That's the real question, I think, at this point.
It looks like it.
They're in the roughest position right now. Again, 6.82, but
like he has Phase Boots, Orb of Venom, and he's going to be building a drum, so this is the more combat-oriented build. There's a lot of options for items after this. If you want to stick this course, you can go for early Diffusal, you can go for Vanguard, you can go even for like Blade Mail is pretty decent.
Oh my god, they're roaching.
Well,
that's actually disgusting. They could probably take this, no problem. I mean, there's no real vision here for Navi US. This is going to be a 10-minute Roshan. This game has gone so quick, and not that it's anywhere near over, but the thing is, Navi US have tried to play this game where Snaking just farms up and right-clicks and does some work later on, and you get CS, but Shadows of the Past are playing kind of 6.81 style Dota, where they ball up, they take fights in towers and get kills, and, Spectre might be great and all. It's a good hero right now in the current meta, but Trout has just come to play. I mean, yes, you have to be careful with giving away kills, but now that you have an Aegis, you can take more fights, you can take more towers, and they're just starting to ball out of control, which, again, it certainly looks like that's what's happening. So
yeah, and Night Stalker now can just, without a bend, and just dive under these towers
top tower
with this Aegis and just try to set up some kills. Pretty fortunate for Nestle there that he didn't just walk over. They see him.
Yeah, they think about this injury. So that's unfortunate. However, Korok and the squad are trying to take this tier 1 tower on the top lane. The glyph was used. It will refresh if they do take the tower down, but that's a big if at this point, because you can see they're looking to get in position, and Snaking's like, I am out of here, and he actually might get caught. Void is going to go. Snaking caught out. Searing arrows, and he's done, and I can't imagine how frustrated Snaking is right now in this game. Oh, man, he's got to be livid at this point. The salt is real.
Yeah, Snake King is not a hero that takes nicely to... or Snaking's not a person that takes nicely to losing.
He's certainly not a hero, but
he gets pretty tilty.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to say it, to be honest.
He does. Sometimes his own worst enemy, I think, when it comes to these games. But he's just, it's a game where they're dealing with him rather effectively, and there's nothing he can really do. And I don't know if it comes down to the draft. I'm not sure, but it just feels like Trout is just a mastermind behind this one. It's, again, not over yet. This is 6.82, so anything could really happen. But as we say this, Nayrok and Trout have posted up on a pretty good perch here, and they're looking for a pickoff.
And we'll see if they can get it. They're just hanging out, and no, they're going to converge on this mid lane, I think.
Yeah, Nayrok's going to run in.
MJW leaves, but he'll be back in a second. Blade Mail's finished up for him. And
my lord.
Oh, there was a hero there.
She got Laguna'd. Wave of Terror stolen, not bad. I think that's pretty good. He'll TP away. Spectral in the top lane just so Snaking can get out. The TP was about to come through from MJW, and he might even, continue onward, but they can't get the kill on Snaking. They just stop him from farming, which is about as good in this game. He does purchase up something. It's just flying out currently. It's a drum. He surprisingly has a full drum at 12 minutes, despite having just this lack of
I mean, he has good CS. He's just died a bunch.
The real crazy thing to me is that Frankie has 7,300 net worth. He has an Oblivion Staff, he's got his Midas, he's got his Soul Ring, he's got an Aquila. He already does a shit ton of damage with a Death Pack, so, I don't know what you do to stop this Clinks at this point in time, but...
Yeah, the Clinks is going to be a really huge problem. When he has this much net worth and the Midas, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse, and he's just gonna, he can just march down these side lanes now, and no one can really stop him. Just mow down towers.
It's going to be nighttime too, as well, so... On top of that, though, if Frankie does get caught out, and he does go down, and I guess that goes for everyone in Shadows of the Past, you're going to receive a large amount of money coming out for Navi US, and if they can get that towards snaking, well, hold that thought. Elder Dragon form, they will actually catch Hylua. That's only the Aegis, so imagine if that was actually the kill. They have to back away now. MJW was thinking about TPing in. Hylua gets caught out, loses the Aegis, but worse things have happened, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely worse things have happened, and, well, he is going to be going for the armlet, so pretty traditional build for the Night Stalker, just maximizing the damage, giving him some HP as well when he dives into the tower. He's going to have to be careful not to get stunned by Korok while he's doing that, but beyond that, there isn't too much else to be scared of. Venge as well, I guess.
Oh boy, this is starting to get rough, it looks like, for Navi US. Infinity's going to head top. His Orchid isn't done. However, he can still blow up Snaking here. He's going to try to do just that. And he might make it out. The TP in the middle of the trees. No! Oh my god, Infinity. You could have gotten that kill. Did he not see him? Oh my lord. Yeah, he made a mistake, and he calls it out. That's...
Whoops. Well, hopefully that one doesn't come back to haunt him. And
get it? Haunt? Haha.
That one was actually unintentional.
I know, you've done that a lot over the past 2 days, but that's alright. Korok getting caught out.
Yeah, he's getting run down here.
He's fine, actually.
They're taking how much damage MGW has. What a build.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's a bit at 14 minutes in. Infinity now chasing after Korok. I don't think he can solo kill this hero, but with a TP coming in from the Nature's Prophet, which is up at 10, and Nature's Wrath, well, there's a good chance they can get the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, stomp up, Nestle, Stampede going as well. Haunt, they might get some kills out of this. Nayrok getting low as well. Navi US, Snake King gets a double kill. He's up to 1,500 gold immediately. Void coming in, though. The Night Stalker has a DD, and Way2 might get caught out and hung out to dry. And that is going to happen. Dominating spree now for the Night Stalker. So a good turn 2 coming out from Navi US. They lose Way2, but it's acceptable.
Yeah, this is what they need. They need Snake King to just get some kills, get on, Radiance or whatever his big item is, Heart, whatever, and just use that to try to propel into the late game and sort of just honestly abuse this new patch mechanic, and it's pretty much their only option.
Crimson Guard Kappa. Yeah, I mean, it might not be the best, or it might not be the worst option, actually. That could be a good item to build, although that's not really what you build as a carry, I think, in this situation. That's what you build if you're just trying to...
I think Crimson Guard is going to settle in as more of sort of a utility item for like off-laners or something.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, in that game last night, it made its case being really good. Snake King, he might get soloed in bottom lane.
Oh, God.
He's so close to dead, 65 HP, just barely.
He avoids the death. They deny the tier 2 tower mid lane. MJW's getting pinged on in the top lane, and now there's going to be Korok going in, looking for the Dragon Tail. He's going to find it. The Breathe Fire Mystic Flare. MJW feeds away some gold. That'll be to the Skywrath Mage, but not nearly enough, I think. However, Spell was stolen. Korok's going to try to TP out, and he looks like he will make it. Nicely done. Korok surviving, realizing he didn't steal Dragon Tail, and the only real way to stop that TP was the telekinesis, so well played.
Yeah, good gold there again, flowing the way of Navi US as this game gets, it was 10k gold and already shoving well back towards Navi US, getting these pickoffs. This is what they need to do to bring this game back into their grasp, and then, sort of ball up with this Dragon Knight, take some towers. Korok has gone for the Shadow Blade, and that did get a slight upgrade in the last patch, but he likes this. He likes the item quite a lot.
Blink Stomp. They're not going to find Trout, it looks like. Light Strike Array missing. There's no Blink available for Trout. They were thinking about TPing in with MJW, but they blew him up. And now they're getting kills. And Navi US, they're not staying down for very long here. And actually, I talked about the kill in the top lane. That gave them a significant amount of gold. That was, I think, 1,300 going the way. And Fogged actually picked up a complete urn off the back end of that, I'm pretty sure, anyway. So
yeah, well, there were 2 kills, so
that's true.
He got an urn. He got like 1,200 gold out of it. So
okay, well, Hylua has yet another Invis rune. Snakey's trying to TP out. That Void could cancel it, but I don't know if Hylua was thinking about doing it. And they ping on him, and
looks like I think he might have gotten fogged there. It was
I think so.
It was pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I agree.
He was like over here, and Snake King was like over here. One of those weird woods interactions.
It's really awkward. Like, hey,
one of the beautiful things about Dota.
Yeah. I'm really just trying to kill you, but that's not happening.
His armlet's done, so that's a lot of damage.
It is, and there's also the Orchid now completed for Infinity. So
yeah, I think Shadows of the Past just needs to concentrate on killing Snake King repeatedly and just pushing every single time he's dead.
He looks like he is going to be going for the ratings, by the way. He's got 2.6k gold saved up. I don't really understand what other... Oh God, Fog gets caught out. He's going to fall. That's a mega kill streak, and Nestle as well gets blocked in by the creeps. This is...
Infinity is hitting so hard. MJW as well, and when the armlet turns on for Hailua, he hits pretty hard as well. So
plus the
everyone
Orchid.
is putting out so much damage.
Yeah, it's actually absurd. Shadows of the Past are looking at... They've made some clowny engagements the past couple of minutes here, but they're going to try to, rein it in, take the towers down. The Blade Mill's now been completed for MJW, so Tier 2 tower falls without much resistance. The Tier 2 top might be the last target here. They might even try to put pressure on the Tier 3. There is Haunt available. Snaking really wants to get towards this Radiance, and he's not going to have it by the time they pressure high ground. If they want to go for it now, and it looks like they will. Korok, Shadowblade, and they can try to go on somebody, and they will on Tralf. Ancient Seal as well, getting brought low. He's not done yet. There's the Haunt coming in. Will they Haunt in to get the kill? Jump in, Stomp Infinity. If he's the target, that could be a big pickup here. They will blow him up. They get the kill. That's way too unfortunately getting it. Swap back, MJW. Now he's in trouble. The high ground defense is real, and finally, Navi US turn 3. Really well played there. That's exactly what they needed. In the fight recap, 4K gold. My
they
God.
Got 5K net worth swing off that fight. Welcome to 6.82.
That's a big chunk in that graph right there.
It's gonna go up even more. That's like, Jesus.
Okay, snaking before the fight, 2.9K gold. After the fight, 4.1K gold, and that's without him.
He has Radiance.
Yeah, he actually just bought it outright.
Hell?
Yeah, he just got it. All right, well.
This is insane, dude.
Shadows of the Past make one mistake, pushing up to the high ground, when they've played amazing Dota throughout the entire early game. They lose a couple of heroes in a aggressive high ground push without an Aegis, mind you. Oh God, Korok, that's actually not where you want to be. Telekinesis, Laguna Blade, he is pretty tanky, but he does fall in the end. And just great dust. Really good map awareness from Tralf. Nicely played.
Look at the gold graph.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I did not expect that. I expected it like maybe to be up at like
5,000.
4K.
Like, that's
but
5,000.
yeah, it's just an absurd amount going back in Navi US's
the
favor.
Radiance isn't actually done for snaking, but it's like
It's pretty close.
Very,
it's close
very,
enough.
Very close.
That's a Ghost Scepter coming out for way
what
too.
else? Yeah, what else did they buy off of that team fight?
They got, I believe, Korok an item. Well, he had 4K gold.
Force staff for Centaur.
Korok's going for what seems to be a
got a
BKB.
Mythal Hammer.
I think BKB.
They got a lot off that engagement.
Yeah, they really did. He had a lot of money. I think he had 3K. I'm not sure. They got the Force staff as well. I think for the Centaur. So all of a sudden, I mean, like that's it in a nutshell. That's just when people say it's too much with the bounty. That might be it right there. But I don't know. Again, the game hasn't ended yet. Navi OS is not completely back into it. Infinity still hits like a truck. Hailua is still pumping out the damage with his armlet. He'll be going for a BKB. And I think if they get BKBs, they can maybe safely try to take the high ground.
Yeah, they're not going to try that again.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, this is the danger that people are talking about. Now they're going to move forward, and Hailua just gone. Mystic Flare, and there's more money going the way of Navi US.
Log's at 1K gold now. Snaky's getting telekinesis. There's a sprout somewhere. They're looking for more damage. MJW, he does get magic missile. Snaky now getting run down. He's got a spectral dagger into the trees and might actually make it out alive. Looks like he will. He'll just TP away. Ooh, Dragon Slave, not enough. They throw the Observer Ward down, but a bit too late to get the kill. Oh, Korok is going in. Korok is manning up right now, but maybe this isn't the best place to do so. You have Laguna Blade now. There are four heroes here.
This is not a good idea.
And there's a Sentry Ward right there. Yeah, good decision, Korok. Don't go in there. I think you're dead if you do so.
Yeah, too many heroes. Now they're going to go for Roshan. Maybe secure themselves some BKBs or something similar. Looks like it is going to be actually a Crimson Guard for the Nature's Prophet.
I'm okay with this, I guess. I don't really know if he needs damage. I don't think they need that. I think they need push.
It helps against the Spectre, though.
It helps against a lot of things, specifically.
The Haunt, but especially...
It's really good against any real illusion hero. Haunt is, I think, the biggest thing, although Radiance is not going to give a shit about that. And it has been completed by snaking now, so... They also have the damage aura coming out from the Venge, too. Plus Wave of Terror. I mean, they have some subtle intricacies here that can get Navi US back into this game. I don't know if they're still in an okay position. There's the BKB now done for Korok. It's just really, I think, down to either them getting pickoffs here or Shadows of the Past, making sure they don't make mistakes like that again. And now I imagine we'll see, I think, both teams play a bit more passively. Although, if you're Navi US, you'd probably try to get some more pressure on, especially when Haunt is up, now that you have a Radiance here, so...
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, you just want to split push out the lanes now on the Spectre, and you're just looking to get another big item, Heart or Butterfly, or both, you know, sort of where you want to be at. Radiance is plenty of damage in combination with Desolate. Now you just want to stack on the HP, the durability to try to live through these fights.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, some of these heroes are still pretty squishy. Even if you think about Trelf, who had 2 bracers, now he has an Ogre Club and a bracer here. He's still pretty squishy at 1k HP. Even with the Blade Mail MJW, not the tankiest hero in the game, and of course the Rubik will just die almost instantly, even with a casual cloak coming out from Nayrok, who might be building towards the pipe. Meanwhile, Korok going in on MJW. There's going to be the Haunt as well. Centaur Stampede, Stomp, Double Edge, nicely done. And Snaking all of a sudden moves up to a dominating spree here. He gets the kill with just his illusion. He doesn't have to reality in unbelievably, so.
Yeah, and moving forward, Navi US, I think, have put themselves in a good position off the back of that one fight. Infinity maybe at some risk here, does have the Aegis available.
Yeah.
Is going to feel some pressure, but they're not going to be able to continue this. They don't have any more detection. And
Snaking's the one who's being maybe
Infinity now is considering turning on this one, but...
Well, yeah, Hylu had decided to leave, so Infinity's like, I can't do anything without my, support. So he just leaves. Infinity is going for a BKB as well. God. Oh, that is...
Charles just he's dead. A little too far forward and gets picked off.
Rotating up to the top lane. It is nighttime, by the way. It just turned nighttime as well. And Night Stalker is on the hunt, as he always is.
He has double damage rune bottled up, and with that armlet as well, he'd be putting out a good amount of damage here. Actually chasing in to grab... Oh, my.
That's the second time that's happened.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, I think that was just a really good juke from Korok. He just juked behind the trees there, and once you get behind this tree, you have to move in further to be able to see him. So, this is where you make the case for an Aghanim Scepter on a Night Stalker, which I think is a pretty damn good item. So, although I think the Armlet and the BKB are certainly the better choices in this game, I think you probably get an Aghanim Scepter next. I think for Shadows of the Past.
Yeah, I think at some point it will be helpful. Snake King will be running away into the trees as well. Now Infinity going to consider going in on Snake King. He's going to try to bring him down. It looks like it's going to be really close. That Orchid's going to come off. It is going to be enough. MJW actually cleaning that one up. Now Fog, he forces forward on the wrong way, I think. Back near Infinity, he's going to go down. I think that was a misstep there.
So soon.
Crimson Guard popped. They are not enough to get the kill, but now Johnny Walker Trelf getting brought down, and there's going to be the Aegis. Korok hits it nicely with the Breathe Fire. 2 for 2 trade. Well, 2 for 1 plus an Aegis. Sprout not there, and that could have been worse for Navi US. However, losing Staking, I think, is a big problem in that case. So they're not
now
done yet.
This gold graph's just hovering around 2,500 after what looked like a pretty unwinnable game for Navi US. Is now swung back around. I'm gonna owe Ryu $10.
Did you bet him something?
I bet him that Navi US would lose.
Oh boy.
He was flaming in the chat. I was like, I'll take that bet.
Gerg, I don't know, man.
Look what I did, man.
Questionable decisions coming out from my co-caster here. That's a BKB now done for Infinity. And, yeah, I mean, if they're right around a 2.5k deficit, that's certainly insurmountable, considering the heroes they have in this game. Korok is on a hero that he is extraordinarily comfortable with, and he's not even at level 3 ultimate yet. And that Elder Dragon form level 3 is actually kind of absurd, so... We'll see how things turn out. He's got 2.5k gold as well.
Yeah. And oh boy, Fogged is...
Not dead yet.
Oh, this is sketchy.
Infinity, if they have any true sight, they can bring him down, but they don't. Ancient Seal, Blink Stomp, but there's the BKB. Fog gets blown up. Now the BKB is coming into effect. Way 2 Ghost Scepters. I don't know how he's going to stay alive here. He gets sprouted up. And
seems unlikely.
Yeah, he's done. Okay, so they know they have BKBs now, and Navi US are like, well, I guess we just have to farm more. There's nothing we can do about that. That was a good idea from Nestle, but the BKB coming out from Infinity actually just makes it impossible for them to kill him, so...
I mean, they're just trying to clear out space for Snake King at this point. Snake King he has gone for the VIP booster, so maybe Heart coming next.
Yeah, it's got to be Heart, I think, at this point. He's got no shield, so obviously he's not building into a Vanguard. He turns the Radiance off smartly, and they're all hunting. They're looking for him.
Secret agent mode.
Roshan will be up at 32 minutes and about 40 seconds for those of you playing at home. Go ahead and write the Roshan timer down if you really want to.
Money to burn.
Well, I mean, continuing forward here, what does Shadows of the Past need to do to bridge over and actually break onto the high ground here? I'm not sure. I mean, it's getting really hard for them. They need to do it sooner rather than later, though. I don't know if this game gets better. Maybe it gets better if you get like a Hex on Clinks or something.
They need something to be able to shut Snaking down from being able to push in the south lane.
Yeah, and maybe like a Hex to kill Snake King. It looks like it is
He
going
is.
to be the Aghanim.
Alright.
So
Snakey's going for a Vanguard, which probably means he's going for a Crimson Guard. So I guess they really don't want the damage, they just want survivability. And I guess against the right click of Shadows of the Past, that makes sense. I'm not sure if it's the right decision. It's flying out now, I think. The Vanguard should be... No, he actually sold the Stout Shield. He's actually getting caught out. He's orking it as well. BKB going. Snake King, Wrath of Nature. Might die to the Soulburn. So close. 40 HP. Fog earns him up. And they cannot get the kill. Haunt going through. He wants to be involved in this fight. Top lane. Nayrok getting low. He'll fall. Double kill for Snake King on the illusions alone. Oh my god. Even when it looks like he's going to die, he gets kills. How lucky can you get?
This game's now looking extremely winnable for Navi US with Snake King finally finding space, finally finding farm, finally getting the items that he needs to get. Take advantage of that Haunt and just start killing those supports. I mean, supports die real fast to Haunt.
Yeah, they just go down immediately. And the BKBs are good, but when they're on your cores and not your supports, it makes it rather unfortunate for Nayrok and obviously Trough to go down. So I guess they're okay with that trade. They don't really mind those two heroes going down. They didn't have a really long streak because they got close earlier. Korok is getting Assault Cuirass, no surprise there. That's actually going to be some ridiculous damage. The armor reduction in this game coming up from Navi US is starting to look pretty destructive. So the right click might become an issue here. And that's really what's going to get them back in this game, I think, not the Radiance.
They are forming up here. And, yeah, I mean, the Radiance is basically just a means to an end. It gives you some decent damage off the Haunt to kill the supports, but in the team fights, you really care about the items that Radiance gets you, because it really is it's the only farming tool, really, for Spectre. I mean, Spectre does plenty of damage just with that Radiance and Desolate, so it's all about that right-click and Spectre in the late game. Spectre, he's just, it's the man you feel when you play Spectre, like, post 45 minutes is just incredible.
It's like
you can actually one of the only heroes I think you can actually 1v5.
You definitely can. 6-slotted Spectre, 40 some odd minutes into the game, you're just gonna kill their entire team. There's nothing they can do. And also the change to Haunt and Reality, the fact that you can Reality to different heroes is amazing as well. Just gives you the greatest feeling of satisfaction. Yeah, just you hit your D button and start going all over the place. So. And he's going to be going for hard. I talked about it being a Crimson Guard, but I don't think it's the case.
Thank God.
I think he had a Stout Shield earlier that he just sold, and I just was...
I think that would have been a pretty terrible choice, so I'm happy it's the heart.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the heart keeps you alive. And, again, he doesn't really do the most right-click damage yet, but sooner rather than later, he's going to get pretty farmed. And for Shadows of the Past, this is a game where they had it, I think, at about 15 to 20 minutes in, especially when they got that Orchid first on Infinity. But now they're in a situation where I feel like they're just clinging to map control here. They're getting split pushed. They're losing some towers. The tier 1 is still alive bottom. They still have Roshan decently controlled. Again, if it's a max duration Rosh, though, that's the problem coming out now. And this just gives more time for Navi US to farm up and get their items here. So.
And now they're smoked up, going to move forward through the jungle. They want to get a pick off so they can move in to the high ground. Maybe killing Korok is enough to do that. Infinity now rushing forward. Would like to find someone. Snake King is all by himself in the bottom lane.
Oh, he just Dragon Tailed Illusion. He just Dragon Tailed Illusion. Now it's time for Snake King to leave. He does CP out timely and will survive. He actually purges up the Reaver, and that's done. So well played there. He won't have buyback if he gets caught out. Well, I mean, at this point, you pretty much have to buy your items, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you get the heart online, it's very hard for you to die. He's going to have an incredible amount of HP at that point. So. We'll have to find out. I mean, moving forward, it's going to be positional for him. It is still possible for him to die to Infinity. Infinity is packing quite a punch at this point. But with good positioning and decent support from his allies, I think he should be fine in these fights, unless he runs headlong into a couple heroes here.
That might happen for Snake King in the top lane. MJW is getting Spectral. No, he's just Spectraling the creep wave. Light Strike away. Laguna Blade as well. He's going to get sprouted. He's going to get... the drum charge going his way. They can't kill him, actually. The burst damage is not there between those two heroes, and he actually realities as well. They really wanted that kill on Nayrok in the mid lane, and he gets involved in it as well, so nicely done. And there's the Aghanim Scepter now done for the Night Stalker. If there's anything that could get you some kills on staking, I think this is the item that'll do it.
Yeah, make it so he can't hide as easily. Running through the trees still gives you an opportunity to get a stun off or something, and it's going to be a Desolator for Infinity.
Oh boy, that's actually just some absurd amount of damage coming through.
Yeah, he is going to be packing just so much damage now moving forward. He's over 300, plus he's got the great armor reduction, obviously, from the Desolator as well, which of course is going to help them convert Roshan when that comes back up.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what I think this really hinges upon. Snake King fixes up his heart. He's done with it. There's a BKB now up on Centaur Warrunner, so he's got that. Infinity's made his home in the enemy jungle for the past ever. He does Death Pact to creep in, get out of there, essentially. He realizes that there's some Heroes coming his way. Korok is looking around the Roach Pit, trying to find a hero to pick off, but he can't seem to get anybody. There is this mid lane Night Stalker he's looking to try to go on, but again, they have an understanding that there's maybe some bad things going about here for Shadows of the Past. So now the gem is done, and this is where really you need to get the map control. I'm surprised they didn't get this earlier. They have plenty of dust, yes, but map control is very important, I think, for Shadows of the Past right now to stay in this game and to make sure that they have control over Navi-US, whereas they're just pushing out. Navi-US are taking whatever they can get at this point, and Shadows of the Past are feeling maybe like they've lost a bit of an edge here.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely squeezed in. This game is going later than they really wanted, and Nature's Prophet has not really transitioned into a rat-style build, so that's not really an option, and Snaking now is just going to head on out of here. There's a lot of heroes. They might even want to pursue him. They know where he is.
I think Spectre is going to be the hero of 6.82, a hero that has escape mechanisms for early fighting, and he also can, initiate with Haunt and be a part of the team fights, but also can take it late, and it's almost like a Terrorblade to a certain extent, but I think Spectre's probably a better pick. At least, yeah, you're probably going to get shut down early on in the game, but when it comes to after 30, after 40 minutes, it gets really difficult for them to deal with him, so at least Shadows of the Past are going to take Roshan.
Look at how fast this Rosh is bad. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's a Desolator. And they get the Aegis for Infinity. Cheese is on the ground. MJW will pick this up. He also has his BKB, mind you. So he's even getting farmed.
I think they have to go like now, though. I think their window of opportunity is closing with Snake King getting all this farm.
They're going to try to fight. Korok BKBs. There's the Elder Dragon form. He's going to try to man up. The Sprout actually misses there. The Stampede's going to go through as well. Now they've decided to back. Snake King gets silenced up. BKB is about to go down here for the Night Stalker. Spell was stolen. That's Elder Dragon form, mind you. Pretty good steal. They actually dust, but nobody around, so they don't get anything off the back end of that fight. They just waste a couple of BKBs, and Korok wants to go back in.
From Navi, yeah, Navi-US.
They have Haunt. They're ready to go.
It's out, though.
Korok does not have his Shadow Blade. Infinity's not there. Snaking does have Haunt, mind you, so he can just jump into the fight whenever, but they're not going to take it. There's no creep wave. They have to push this back. And Shadows of the Past are in a very delicate position now. You have to find a pick, I think, before you go for the high ground here. And that just means, again, we're going to see maybe about 10 minutes more of just sitting and farming, essentially.
I think someone needs to get a Hex on Shadows of the Past. Even if it's the Planks. They don't really have a good way to kill Snake King.
It's probably going to be MJW, I imagine. He's got 2.3k.
Someone's got to get it.
I really think it's going to be this Nature's Prophet at some point. And that's just an item you're going to get in any game anyways. But in this game especially, you've got to find a way to deal with Snaking, especially before he maybe gets, say, BKB, MJW. Oh, Nestle's got to TP out. There's no way they can stop this. And actually, I didn't see him there on the other side of these trees. Great juke just to get him out of a bad spot. Ugh, this is getting sketchy as all hell for Shadows of the Past. And now you can maybe even defend your tier 2 tower if you're Navi-US, if you're feeling bold. That's the thing. Against an Aegis and a Cheese, I'm not sure I'm feeling that bold, but
yeah, that's questionable. I think it's tough because you want to use the Haunt when you know there's going to be the big fight, so we'll find out if they want to defend it here. Korok is in position with the rest of his team, and of course Snake King can relocate. They do pop the glyph. Problem is this Desolator is just going to kill it in like 5 hits, so
they might get initiated on. No, and looks like Infinity's just going to be able to pop this down. It will fall. Frankie gets the last hit and they back away. So the tier 2 tower falls for nothing, but I think for Snaking, that's fine. He's just getting farm across the map. And his Yasha is now done, so Manta Style should be the next item for your Spectre player. Ah, man, I don't know. This graph is topsy-turvy, but it's not that crazy. Shadows of the Past have kept a consistent lead. Oh god, Snaking, that's not where you want to be. He's got to TP out. He'll be fine. He actually does no damage to Snaking now at all. Like that, he doesn't do anything.
Nope. Not one bit. And the later this game goes, you just always have to favor the team with the Spectre, and they have to make something happen with this Aegis and Cheese, and Aegis now only lasts 5 minutes, so they don't have too long to do it.
Yeah, I mean, really the onus is on them to get to the high ground. If they keep farming, they're just going to get the Spectre in better and better shape, and it just feels like they're kind of grasping for straws here. There's nothing they can necessarily do to get them back into this one yet, so they've got to try. I mean, back into this is actually pretty, it's not the right term to use because they're still leading for Shadows of the Past, but it just feels like they're losing control of this game at 37
Yeah, I mean,
minutes
absolutely. Their chances are waning, honestly, so we'll find out. I think this Aegis is it. I don't know if they can win after the next one. Maybe if they get the Hex, there's a chance.
And they're not
really good engagement.
They're not building it yet, but again, there's 3.7k gold for MJW. You have to imagine he's going to be building that item. Like, that's just... And a standard progression of items for Nature's Prophet, you usually see this sooner rather than later. But again, He might need more damage. He built the Crimson Guard, though, so it feels like he's going for more utility than anything else. And that Scythe will give you damage anyways, so that's really the decision, I think. Tralf is just sitting on a 4-staff. You've got, I mean, this is the problem for Shadows of the Past. Their supports have got nothing since, you know, the 30-minute mark, maybe even less, you know, earlier than that, so.
Yeah, well, they're just, I mean, everyone's just so tentative right now. No one really wants to move forward, but Korok maybe looking to start a fight. Oh, boy.
Wow, the BKB doesn't even matter. He gets melted coming in. Infinity now going at snaking. There was the Orchid there as well. Infinity still has the Aegis, mind you. On the other side of things, Korok blows up Nayrok. On the other side, back to Fog. He falls. Double kill for Infinity. Snaking did get out. Way too in trouble. There's another Haunt coming in this time. Snaking might jump back in. Looks like he will not go for this kill. Infinity still alive, although barely has the Aegis. The cheese is still up on MJW. They kill the illusions. They make sure that he doesn't get involved, and yeah. What just happened? What did he just drop?
Forward, that was a very sketchy fight from both sides, and now I think they're just too low HP to move in.
They know that Korok is here, maybe? Yeah, they see him there. Korok getting caught out. Looks like he will get brought down low. Desolator doing some work. BKB pops. They're trying to burst down Infinity. They will get it done eventually. That's just the Aegis, though, I think. No, he fell. That was the Aegis running out. MJW now getting man-fought as well. Snaking going to work. Double kill. There's the cheese, but Snaking is manning up, and MJW getting chased down. He might just need a TP, but there's Tralf to come in. They might turn this around. Laguna Blade is there, and Snaking is about to fall, but not before he gets the triple kill. That kill on Infinity was huge. His Aegis just ran out. That's the 5-minute duration coming into effect right there, I believe.
Yeah, that was, man, there's bad timing, and then there's bad timing. That was, oh my god.
2.4k gold going back the way of Navi US, and that all of that going to Snaking. I mean, that's 2k. That's his Manta done, plus an extra 2k on top of it. All right, well.
Yeah, and Tralf has got 2 gems, so he can see very well through those eyes of Lena. You know, gotta have a matching set. And that was bad, though. I mean, I think, honestly, Shadows of the Past now, with Snake King getting those kills at the end of the fight, you know, they do get a slight gold advantage off that fight, but again, they don't get any buildings. They don't kill any Raxes.
They're fighting out here, like.
Yeah, they're fighting outside the base very smartly. They know that they just have to keep their buildings alive, and eventually Snake King will bring them this game in the end.
Yeah, I don't really. He's the highest in net worth right now, only by a slim margin. But again, the later this game goes, and we saw it there. Just one Haunt, and obviously the rotation down to that bottom lane to chase down Infinity, to kill him with the Aegis up. Just, I don't know if that's a mistake from Infinity. I just think that a bit of a unfortunate timing coming out, like you talked about. He's going to be going for a Daedalus next, and yeah, that's a decent amount of damage, but he's really, I think, the only one. You saw in that last fight, they tried to man-fight down Snaking. They couldn't kill him. They couldn't right-click him. They couldn't bring him low, so.
Yeah, and when they do try to kill him, I mean, the dispersion just kills them, so it's pretty rough.
He's got 3k health, plus the Manta style, plus 2k gold. Navi US are looking to fight. Tralf and Johnny Walker not in the best spot. Double stomp, double edge. Korok gets the double kill, double everything. Haunt coming in. They're chasing after MJW with Snaking as well. There's the BKB. He should survive, but the BKB charge was forced. And now they're going to chase down somebody. It looks like they were going for Infinity, but they couldn't quite grab him there. Waitu does have a gem, so now Infinity not nearly as useful. And this 2-2 tower, it is backdoored. But it should fall here in just a moment once this creep wave is pushed back. Fog says he has Fog of War in parts of his hero. That's probably a bug. I don't know what that means, but
I have no idea what that means.
I think that's just a bug. That shouldn't happen right now. Maybe it's interaction with darkness, I think. Yeah. Well, if Infinity has it, though, that shouldn't be it shouldn't be reacting that way, so.
Who knows, man? Coding this game must be so complicated.
Yesterday I played a game where we had a Phantom Lancer, and anytime anybody, including the Phantom Lancer, used the Manta style, it would usually only spawn 1 illusion instead of the 2. And also I couldn't buy anything after like 40 minutes, so. Like
I think there was a bug yesterday where you couldn't buy any items after 60 minutes, so. That might come into effect if that's still a thing this game.
They patched a lot of stuff. Obviously, there were 2 patches rolled out.
Yeah. But I mean, 4,500 gold for the Night Stalker. 3,500 for Snake King.
Korok
Next item for him.
Korok is in a rough spot. Actually, they have no detection.
BKB is a consideration at some point for Snake King, but I think normally you want to go for items like you know, like a butterfly or something, and just try to get as much damage as possible. Daedalus, an option. At some point, he's going to have to get BOTs. Hex is finally finished for MJW, and maybe that's enough for them to just be able to kill Snake King, but
I really don't think so.
they needed this again. The game is on a timer.
I think the game was on a timer maybe 10 minutes ago. I think the game is in not necessarily an unwinnable position for Shadows of the Past, but they really are on the back foot, to put it mildly. I just don't know what you do in this situation. They're going to maybe find Korok here. He's going to pop the BKB, but what is that going to do for him? He's going to get sprouted, but nice. Dragon Tail keeps him alive for a moment. He doesn't have buyback, by the way. He's dead for 78 seconds.
On my eyes.
And we've seen this before where Korok just gets caught out of position, and the game doesn't necessarily end, but that's not the best spot for him to be in.
Roche is up, and I can't believe they didn't even look at that there.
Luckily, the lanes are all pushed out. They have to deal with bottom and top pushing into their tier 2 towers, so they can't really get a tier 3 off of this, or even Roshan, at least not yet. And they can send Infinity in if they want, but it looks like Fogged is just going to sit here and chill in the trees while the rest of Shadows of the Past push in. Unbeknownst to them, he's sitting there. There's an Assault Cuirass now done, so the arms race has been completed. There was one for Korok, and now, obviously, Lua has one. I don't know if this gets him any real damage, because he hasn't done any damage in this game since about the 20-minute mark.
He's not really doing any more damage at this point. It's gone a bit too late. Korok has like 30 armor, so that's not great. Snake King has 17 armor, so his time has sort of passed.
Yeah.
I think are they gonna try to sneak Roche here? Yeah, looks like they are. I mean, with the
in.
Desolator Daedalus, they can kill it.
Desolator Strafe Daedalus. This Roche, yeah, you see the Daedalus proc just chunking him down. He falls low. That's an Aegis coming out for Infinity yet again. Another cheese potentially for MJW, and I don't know, can they get it done with the 4th Roche? I mean, they've not done it with the first 3, and at this point there should be some buybacks for the Radiant team, actually just Snaking and Nestle, but
I mean, Snake King buyback's pretty huge, though. He also has topped the net worth by quite a bit at this point, and oh boy,
MJW, why don't you just scythe there, man? He's hit him.
Some questionable stuff going on, and Shadows of the Past, the later parts of this game, and they have to be feeling quite unmotivated at this point. They know that their backs are up against the wall, despite the fact that they've been holding this gold lead, but when you get this late, this gold lead does not really mean anything.
Uh-oh, wow. Snaking is manning up on Infinity, and he is solo versus solo. Infinity takes 2 hits from Snaking and says, I am out of here. I'm not dealing with the Manta style. I'm not dealing with the Spectre, and at this point, Snaking is like, I am actually just going to control this game.
I mean, Snaking's unkillable now. With this Talisman of Evasion, it's
I don't see any way they kill him, even with
it's absurd. Like, he's going to have the Butterfly soon, and then this game, I think, will be over shortly afterwards, and
I think at some point...
This, honestly, you know, this is a game that I chalk up to the patch, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether this is a good or a bad thing, this is a game that I chalk up to the patch.
It looks like about 12 or 13 minutes. That's it right there. Your prime example of pushing into the base too fast, too quickly for Shadows of the Past. Although, again, they had the timer going their way, but you think about maybe how this game goes if they take a little bit longer to try to go up to the high ground and they don't feed Snaking like a triple kill every time they've been in a bad position. This game probably goes a bit better for Shadows of the Past. However, with all of that being said, I don't really know if Shadows of the Past could have won this. I guess they played really well early enough.
Yeah. They tried to push it in the base at 14 minutes and got wiped.
Yeah, that was really it. I think that also came down to Korok playing very well. He actually just Shadowbladed and had his Elder Dragon form up, and they were not ready for Korok to initiate there, who, by the way, has a heart. No, he actually doesn't. He still has been sitting at this like 600 gold for a while. They're just letting Snaking have the entire map for the most part.
Snaking gets all the farm. They want to try to get him Butterfly with buyback, and then I think at that point he'll be comfortable applying some pressure.
I mean, he's 2 items away from 6 slotted, and you can even sell your drum too. Just get bots, Butterfly, and another item, and you're good to go.
Abyssal, Daedalus.
Yeah, any of those items really. BKB if you really need to.
Sacred Relic in it is probably good.
There's only one option besides a Rapier, which he doesn't need this game. Not that I don't think it matters, because I don't think they can kill him to take the Rapier anyways.
Right,
so.
Anything with a Demon Edge.
Okay, that's fair. Well, this is a game now where Shadows of the Past, this is where you're just, well, maybe we could smoke, maybe we can split push, you know. I don't know. And the crazy thing is that Snaking doesn't even have a BKB. Not that he needs it this game, but...
Yeah, I mean, honestly... This one Hex just came way too late. Like, he hasn't even used it on Snaking.
I don't even know if that would have been enough. I don't think.
I don't know if you need this Daedalus on the Clinks. I think maybe that would have been better served as a Hex. But I don't know. That's when you get into really hard decisions, you know. So hard to say, but Heart now is done for the Sir Davion, Korok 3.5 or almost 3,500 HP. Butterfly done for Snake King, and both those items are very, very scary for Shadows of the Past. And now Snake King is in a position where he is essentially unkillable. 25 for his level, and he is just maxed out.
I was just about to talk about this actually, but yeah, Fog's anniversary with his girlfriend is tonight, and he I think has some sort of date at 11. So
5-year anniversary.
Yes, that's actually congratulations to him, but that's probably not the time you want to be leaving here. I mean, this is a 4K tournament that they're on the lines for right now, and if they lose Fog, they're gonna have to, well, first win this game very quickly, and second, they're going to have to play a third game with a stand-in, and that means they're going to try to fight top. Cork City hexed up. Nice force away. There's the haunt coming through. They could re-engage, and I think they'll try to. Snake King's going to haunt in. I'm not sure where. No, he's staying bottom, actually. He doesn't haunt in. He does not reality. They BKB up on Trout just to keep him alive. Snake King not jumping into the fight when they probably could have taken it. Trout is expressing his annoyances.
Well, I mean, I think it's on him for going 50 minutes against a Spectre. I'm not sure I would say some hero. I think I'd say best late game carry at 50 minutes. Trout's just being salty because they lost.
I mean, it is like the best late game hero
yeah, it's
in
like
the game.
The best late game hero, and he got railed early, but now it's so late. Like, this is what happens.
Doesn't matter. It's really just a patch, if anything. BKB is going to go. MJW hexes up Nestle. There's going to be the Crimson Guard, Snake King getting Light Striker Red and the Laguna Blade, but he mantis out of the Sprout. Now they're still going Stampede as well. Here comes Infinity, however, BKB and the Desolator damage going through. They'll get pushed back. The Orchid was on Snake King. Here comes the rest of the Navi West squad, and this could be the big fight. There's a concussive shot. Way too now getting brought low here. High Lua chasing him down, but on the other side of things, Korok going in. He's working down on a couple of heroes, but does not do nearly enough damage. Now they will grab the kill on the Night Stalker. MJW getting brought low. Big stomp, double edge. Dayrock falls. Trouth is dead. They're going to lose MJW as well. Double kill for Snake King. And this is it, I think. This is probably it.
There are a couple of buybacks available for the Dire, but not sure they're going to come.
MJW buys back. Infinity is still alive. They have the buyback on High Lua. MKB now purchased up for Infinity. I mean, they have the damage, maybe. Maybe.
Korok's a huge problem as well.
Snake King just runs in. They take the tier 3 tower. Rax is going to go here. Swap first. MJW gets low. He's done. That was a buyback. Blink Stomp. Infinity falls. Double kill for Snake King. No Aegis, no buyback. And this is going to be it. GG's called. Game 3 coming up shortly. Navi US after a 50-minute affair. And there's only one way this could go, really, I think, in the end.
Yep. 50 minutes. Spectre reigned supreme, and it was not even close in the late game, despite the gold grab showing a little bit of a different story. But, you know, you get 6.82, you push up too early, you get punished, and that's now abundantly clear to Navi US, or to Shadows of the Past, rather.
And that was one of those situations where instead of one team taking forever to finish, it takes forever for the other team to get back into the game. But do they ever get back into the game with Snake King? We're going to head out of here, take a break, go into game number 3. A best-of-3 series, again, single elimination, so whoever loses this one, they're done. Whoever wins this one's going to move on to the grand finals. Again, my name's Swamp, with me is What Is Hip, and our statsman, LDJ. You can find us over here on What Is Hip TV on Twitter, at Dota on Twitter, and at LDJ Stats on Twitter. Make sure you guys check out the Bearski Courier, $6.99 or $5.99 rather, in the Dota store for the ticket. It's actually one of the best couriers in the game. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I'm serious. Like, it's actually the cutest thing ever. We're going to switch over here. This guy's awesome. Unfortunately, he doesn't play hockey anymore, but he's still damn cute. We'll take a quick break. We'll jump into game number 3 in a second. Stick around, everybody.